everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And what a nice day it is today. Again, no skyriders. Hadn't seen any in about 3 weeks, maybe more than 3 weeks. And then the day before the storm hit, there they were, hitting the sky right over there. Now that was just a strange occurrence. Now why is there nothing out here at all, and then just before a storm they come out and do that, and then we don't get the full brunt of the storm for this area, huh? Something's going on there. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Everybody's against me. Anyway, today I got in here and cleaned a bunch of stuff off of my table saw and off of this table area here because I got work to do. It's cooled down now enough so I can get some things done outside, and that's exactly what my plan is. So next thing is going to be to clean this whole area up here, and I'm probably going to end up putting some shelves somewhere to put all this stuff on. But a lot of this is like scrap metal that I use for little projects here and there, and I need to get that cleaned up. So I'm going to be doing that. And I burnt a whole bunch of cardboard boxes today. And I just got to be careful about which ones I burn. Most of the ones I'm burning are the ones that came from Amazon. Like that one up there on the shelf. It's no good for anything else, because it's got the Amazon thing on it. And that one's got an Amazon thing on it. So there's nothing I can really do with those except burn them up and use them for potash in my garden. And right now I just checked the pH in there and I don't really need any, so it's just going to be a pile of ash in the compost pile. But this is a Watt Cycle battery box, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that the big battery back there, the 12.8 628 amp hour battery, came in. So I'll probably just close that one up, throw a little bit of tape on it so it doesn't pop open or get a bunch of junk in it. And then I can move some stuff around up here on the shelf. That insulation can move over to that side because it'll compress down. And then I can slip that box right up inside of there, and it'll be out of the way. So that's what I've been doing here. And of course I got my bucket of scrap wood here, and that's gonna go into the next container there that has the wood burning stove for when it gets colder this winter and I want to do work outside. I can turn that on. I got plenty of waste oil to go into that waste oil burner back there, and that'll heat this shop. But I am going to do some major cleaning in here. Can't afford to do anything else, so I may as well do stuff that doesn't cost any money. And that's like cleaning that stuff up, right? So, one of the other things I did was on this table saw was a whole bunch of this carpeting that I had found down, somebody had dumped on the side of the road. And I just noticed the last couple of days there's a couple more piles of flooring and carpeting stuff. So there's some fly-by-night carpet guys out here that probably unlicensed guys doing side work, probably illegally in the country. And they can't do anything over the table because they'll get caught. So if they're doing the carpeting really cheap, they can't afford to take the old stuff to the dump. Most of the carpeting companies already have it set up with recyclers, and they recycle most of the stuff. So if somebody is dumping it on the road, that's just a sure sign that they're not a legal contractor. I know that because I used to be a contractor, not for carpeting and flooring, although I did do carpeting and I did do tile and I did do wood floors and all of that stuff. I just know what's going on when you see that stuff. So this stuff has been here for a while. There's a lot of dirt in with it and all of that. And I'll be picking it up and taking it outside and knocking the dirt out of it, because that's all good bedding. And I lined the dog coops with brand new flooring, and they got wall-to-wall carpeting in those dog coops now. A couple of them are already gone inside there and claimed it as theirs and got a good nap inside. Then I had the trike out today, and one of the things I noticed was that tire right there. When I had inflated it at the people's house where I bought it, or where I got it from, not bought it, they gave it to me. I just inflated the tires real quickly so I could anchor it down on the trailer so it wouldn't bounce around and tear up the tires on the way home. Well, that one, the bead on the outer side here, probably 4 inches of the bead wasn't caught behind the rim. It was bulging out. And I thought I felt something weird when I was riding. And then I just happened to notice it when I was moving the trike out of the way to get some stuff that I needed in there. And so I let the air out of the tire today, reseated the bead properly, and then checked the air in the tires, because when I inflated it over there, I didn't worry about having the proper 32 or 35 PSI in the tires. I just wanted to get it inflated so that I could tie it down and get out of there and come home, because I didn't want to be on the freeway after 12 noon. That's when traffic gets really ridiculous. So I don't know if it's people going to Vegas or just people that work down in the OC and live in the Inland Empire up here and make the commute every day. That'd be horrible. I'd hate to have to be the one doing that. It's just going down there for picking up solar panels and stuff just is enough for me. And I get all kinds of new 4-letter words come out of my mouth while I'm driving down there. My friend Tony and Leanne, but Tony calls them squirrels. Yeah, that's a pretty good description. They're squirrely out there. Okay, so other than that, I did get into the garden, and Poolside Dreamer, I got some plants in, or I got some seeds in, and I'll take a quick walk down that way. While I'm going down, I'll let you know that my batteries last night, I had turned the heater up because it got pretty darn chilly again last night. And the humidity was really high, which made it feel even colder. And you guys like it inside there now, huh? Stay warm inside your cabins? So anyway, the batteries are back to 100% now, but they were down to 78% this morning instead of 81. And that's because I had turned the heater up, and I heard it running. I got up about 5:30, and I said, well, I don't have to be up this early, so I just went and used the bathroom and went back to bed and said I'll sleep in for a little while longer. And I heard that heater running steady for like another 2 hours. Even after I got up and I was having coffee, it was running steady, just to try to keep the temperature in the cabin up to a comfortable level. And it was keeping it just around 68, 67, 68 degrees. So it was just perfect. Exactly what I want. And I was chatting with Jennifer from What Cycle last night online, and she asked me, does it snow here? I said, oh yeah, it snows here. Not all the time, but it does snow here. So anyway, I planted some more kale in here, because those never produced anything. I'm going to see if I can get any kale out of it. And then over there, I planted spinach, one type of salad spinach, and then another one right over here was short and sassy spinach or something like that. But I got those in there. And then in between all my onions, I sprinkled some seeds for scallions, so I could get some scallions going. And my peppers are looking much healthier now that I got the cutworms out of there. And then on that side over there, I put in two runs of lettuce in with the seeds in the lettuce tape. You know, it's in the paper tape that you put underneath the ground. Just strike a trench, put the thing down there, and cover it over. That's all you have to do. And it spaces out the lettuce heads at the right distance. So I'll see if anything comes up out of that, because it's cool enough for them. I can see another blossom on my pepper plant down over there, so that's a good thing. I got a couple of peppers set on that one, and a couple of peppers set on that one. So hopefully I'll get some fresh jalapenos before the season's over with. And I got some broccoli over there, some broccoli over here. I'm hoping that I can get a flower or two on those and enjoy that. I got my pears over here. The branch was caught up. I noticed that my Fuji, the tag had broken off, but that's a Fuji graft right there. And there's the graft. It's really looking good, nice and healthy. So I cut the wraps off of all of the grafts I had here, and some of them, like this one, didn't take. So I left the wrap on there to protect the end of the branch so that I don't get any sickness or illness in there. This graft down here is, I'm pretty sure that's a pear, Asian pear. And I did a T-bark graft in there, and that one took really well. It's actually got its first leaf on there, looking pretty healthy. So next year, those are going to be real interesting. And then on this side, this was the original Fuji graft I got from my friend Andy's tree. And when I grafted it in, it was just a piece this big. So it's just like that branch right there. If I'd cut it right there and there, that's what I grafted into the tree there. And look at it. It's got branches bulging out of it, and it's got buds on it. That's because the weather's so weird. It doesn't know it's not springtime. It doesn't know it's going into the winter. So that one took. And then this one, this is the Gala apple from my friend Sharon. And those are delicious apples. I mean, I just brought a bag of them back and shared them with one of my neighbors, and she loved them too. So I can't wait to see if that one takes better and starts producing. That'll be nice. Oh, looking good in here. I did get some seeds in, like I said. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to take, because with it cooling down into the 30s at night, the ground's going to cool off very quickly. And once the ground gets to a certain temperature, the seeds won't germinate. But I did check the weather, and the weather report says that we got a warm-up starting tomorrow. And it's going to go for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So a warm-up. We're going to have temperatures back in the mid-80s for the daytime, and dropping down into the 60s for the nighttime. So that's a good sign that things might work out here. Who knows? Anyway, got to do some more cleanup in here too, and get some organization going. That tree's really looking good there. That one on the end doesn't look too healthy. I think there's a critter underneath that area over there. got to this tree right here and ate the roots. And there seems to still be some life in the tree, so I'm going to let it go for the spring and see what comes out of it. Never know, I might have to pull it up and put something else in there. But if I do, I'm going to dig all the way down to the wire. This whole floor is all wired. I'm going to dig all the way down to the wire and replace it so that I don't have to worry about the critters coming up from underneath again. It does look like something went into that corner right there. Who knows? I can probably pull that piece of wood out of there. It's not doing anything. It's probably all rotted out on the bottom half anyway. And I'll move on from there. So that's about it. I do have to get some stuff put away in here and get things ready for the winter. I did notice I got quite a good sized piece of shade cloth still right there, all bundled up. So I'm going to have to take that out on a calm day out into the middle of the driveway and stretch it out and see how much I have. Because if I can at least cover half of this with that, that'll be a good start. I could always find another half for the rest of it at one of the old grow areas. Matter of fact, I've got that one big piece of white 30% up there that I want to go get. But I'm going to have to get one of my neighbors to help me because I tried budging it and it was way too heavy for me to move. And I'd have to go up with a trailer, and my trailer's got water on it right now, so. Oh well, I got to design the roller gate piece that holds the bar that's going to have 3 or 4 old wheel hubs on there. That'll be the pulleys that this thing will ride on. But it's going to have to be built real strong because probably 16 feet of that is going to be hung out when it's in a closed position. It's got to have enough strength to hold that up from wanting to go downward. And then I'll be welding a shackle on the end there that just plugs into a post at the gate and just put a padlock through on the other side, and that's it. Real easy. Easy peasy. And all I've got is the one propane that's left inside the barbecue. So I'm going to have to get at least 2 more of these filled up for the winter. Because I do cook outside here in the winter sometimes on nice days. And so forth and so on. And I'm going on and on and on here, and I'm already at 19 minutes. So I'm going to close this one up and get things closed up here, go in and get this uploaded. And I'm going to try to get another video out, starting off with members only on the video for editing with the Video Guru software. And after they get to view it for a week, then it'll automatically release to the public. But that may change in the future. I may not release those to the public anymore. They'll just be going straight to the paying customers. And they get an extra bonus on that one. But we'll see. And I'm going to have some things I'm going to be doing. Jennifer hinted that there might be another giveaway coming up here for Black Friday next month. And she's talking to her manager about it now, so we'll see what I'm going to have for the giveaway. And we'll get that one going on a live show. And I've got a couple other items laying around here that I want to get rid of. And I got to put together some type of a contest, and we'll see about that. And maybe some of the extra Life4 batteries I've got laying around from other companies, not from my watt cycles. You can't have my watt cycles. but I do have some other batteries from other companies I've reviewed, and maybe I'll be doing an auction on those with Sherry the secretary, or just outright sell them and do my own auction, online auction. And when somebody buys it, they can just Zelle the money over, and then I'll get the thing in the mail out to them. And that'll have to be, for batteries, it'll have to be in-country only, because I already talked to the post office, and there's limitations on international moving of Life4 batteries. They have to come in on a ship to a port for the country that they're going to, and then be sold by ground delivery in that country. I can't go shipping them over the border with airplane flights and stuff like that. All right, everybody, that's all I have. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs ups. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and don't really push yourself too much about the hype thing. I did get some information on that. Anybody wants to know what it is, leave me a comment down below, and I'll be sure to answer your questions. This is G Bear, signing off.